didn't take too long. So now it's time for the class of 2018 best or top 5 best Transformers. And most of these things have come in throughout the year. A couple of them are fairly new, but all of them are definitely my favorite things that have come out, and trying to really put them in order is kind of hard, but I managed to do it in some way, shape, or form. Though honestly, they're all really good for what they are. So let's start off with number 5. We have New Age Flipper. And it is, of course, their tiny little DX9 scaled Bumblebee. I have him here in his car mode because that's the way I have him displayed on the shelf, at least for right now. I did add a tiny Autobot logo from DX9. It was left over from one of my other sticker sheets, but that kind of makes him complete. This thing is just so much fun. It's really, really, really well done. Very much emulates a very G1-esque thing, but also kind of takes the engineering from the MP and shrinks it down to something really, really cool. Not to mention with New Age, who we don't know exactly who they are, or do we? Really does have interplayability with some of the DX9, such as showing off that it can go in the DX9 trailer. And oddly enough, more DX9 stuff shown in their upcoming vehicles and figures. So we'll see more stuff from them in the future. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like everything they have. But that's it for number 5. See, I told you, that's how we start off. So if that was that, what's going to be number 4? Fall of Cybertron, or War for Cybertron Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe. Now, I just did this review not long ago, so you guys have already seen what I like about it. I also started off branching into a new series for my Transform and Rollout, so we can put these guys all back into car mode. But this thing is so good for what it is. Now, I have Hound, but I like Sideswipe better. His transformation is really good, fairly well intuitive. The paint is really well done. The details are good. He's very, very articulate for what he is in his size class. And the car mode is actually very, very cool. So for the first thing from the Siege Wave that I got to look at, he's definitely really very, very cool. And really deserving of this spot. Smack dab right in the middle. Number 3, you're up. And number 3 really shouldn't be any surprise to anybody, because I love this DX9 Dutch. Now, of course, we saw me put the Repro Label stickers on here to make him even cooler. Now, he didn't score higher on the list, mostly because of the tolerance problems, such as these hips that pop off really stupid easily. But other than that, he is just a perfect little tiny Prime. However, we've got Magic Square coming out with their own Legends version of Prime that's going to work with their cars and stuff. So we'll see what happens in the future. But I'm not going to get rid of Dutch. And in fact, I have another version of him coming. And I did not include it, but it would definitely be right here with it. It would be the Nemesis version, which is over on the shelf. So basically the DX9 Dutch mold. The only thing I could think of make him a little bit better is if he had a roller, which is probably where Magic Square is going to start making up some ground. But that's it for number 3. Number 2 and runner-up for 2018 is with DX9 Rager, or their version of a G1 Grimlock. This is my first foray into the Legend scale, and I love it. I love it to death. I love all my Dinobots for the most part, but he's the best, for sure. He's definitely the last one. And this is, of course, after all the Repro labels have been applied, making him more G1 toy accurate, which is still pretty cool. I love the Dino mode. Bot mode has a couple problems, nothing major. I still have no clue why this cracked on me, but I don't know that that's their fault. He might have just taken a nosedive one day and cracked, but he's just a perfect little tiny Grimlock, and I love it. I love it to death. So he would have been at the top if not for what number 1 actually is. And finally, the best Transformer that I've gotten a hold of in 2018 is, well, should have been fairly obvious for this. As I said, no real surprise here that the MP10 version of the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime is my favorite Transformer this year. First time I've actually owned an MP10, and it's just this really cool one. And the fact I got it on a discount. Now I do have his brother, so to speak, as well, that I just got with the Nemesis Prime version. The review will be coming out sometime early 2019. I do have some problems with them. I'll cover that in the review. But this version is really badass. So that's why I love that. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And while he might not be entirely new for this year, he's still very, very awesome and very much deserving my top Transformer spot. But he had some very tough competition from some very small figures. And that's pretty funny. So guys, that's my top 5. I think I said 10 before. My top 5 Transformers of the year. Let me know what yours were. Or if you have a different opinion on the ones that I've reviewed this year, let me know. But for the most part, that's my opinion. If you got other Transformers you want to talk about, by all means, do the thing. And as I said before, I'll be working on the MP10 Black or the Nemesis Prime version to figure out how to fix that along with the review itself. They'll be coming out later. And I've got Magic Square stuff coming. I have more other new Transformers coming in that I'll be able to play with in the beginning of 2019. Looking forward to more Siege Line and stuff like that. But guys, this is not the end of the class of 2018. I've still got action figures and then, of course, my just straight up favorite things list. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Stick around for all those things. They'll be in a playlist somewhere up here. If you need to see the worst Transformers list, if you somehow missed that, it'll be at the end of this video or possibly up in here. Of course, just check out all the things, Gunpla related or otherwise. But I'll see you guys later. Remember, as always, to keep on rolling.